Hello to everyone out there. I just went on a quick, well, semi-quick sourcing run, and I found some really good books, including some school books that are going for great money. So I found this one here to do with autism, and then another one which is has to do with autism as well. I assume they go together or something, probably why they're there together, from someone who donated them. And together these, one is starting at about $20 FBA, and then there's two offers at 20, and then it shoots up to 27. So it just depends, once I do more research, whether or not I want to do it for 20 or closer to 30. So it's at least 20 bucks off one of them, and the other one has no FBA offers, but yet the least expensive MF offer is $35. So the new Amazon offer, I believe, is $69. It's in the 60s. I believe it's $69. So probably I can list it, and it's in good condition because it has highlighting. So otherwise it's in great condition. So I can probably list it for definitely over $40, maybe more like $50, depends, but at least 50 bucks, I would say. So about $70, $80, maybe more between these two books. So that was awesome. Those were great finds. One of them has a really low rank, and the other one has about 400,000 rank, but they both should sell without a problem. And I found this one, Pedro and Me, which doesn't go for a ton of money, but there's no FBA offers, and it's new, $16, and it should sell pretty quick. Kind of a cool book. I don't know if you remember the MTV show Real World in San Francisco, which was one of the first, I think it was the second one, third one, something like that. Anyway, it's about the guy from there who had AIDS. This one, which I've never seen before, but this one should sell pretty quick for decent money. Again, these paperbacks I got for 50 cents. So phenomenal returns. I love books. It amazes me what I can find. So this book I actually just sold, the paperback version of it. I just sold it for over $40. And I just found this one, which I couldn't believe when I saw the cover. And when I looked it up, though, interestingly, there's only one hardcover copy. The rank is pretty high, about 1.7 million, and there's no FBA offer that's a merchant fulfilled offer for $35. I'm definitely going to list it. I got it for $1. Definitely going to list it and take a look to see if there's any sales history. My guess is that it does sell, just not as frequently. I guess the paperback is more available and this one is not, for whatever reason. This one I'll probably list good. It's got some writing in the back, on one of the back pages. That was just weird to find this book, first of all, and second of all, that there's only one copy. So that's a good thing, assuming that it's actually selling, which 1.7 million means that it didn't sell that long ago, and no FBA offers, so there's only going to be me and the other person's offer, and I could list it for 35 bucks. I could undercut them, or if it sells pretty frequently, I could probably list it for about 40 bucks, maybe more, we'll see. A few interesting ones like this one, the blue tattoo. This one's rank was great, and again, these are books that are going to sell pretty quick and sell for decent profit. I don't think this one had an FBA offer on it, I can't remember. I always find books that will sell well, i.e. sell pretty quickly and for decent money. Again, for 50 cents, I got this book. And then, of course, the topic interests me, but I have enough books on my shelf that I plan on reading, and I'm slowly going through, so I definitely don't need another one. I got about 25 books that I want to read, so that I found while sourcing. This is another one that has a great rank. It's not selling for a ton of money, but the lowest MF offer is pretty high, and it should sell pretty quick. And then this one is fiction, and you may or may not know Sherman Alexie, but he's a writer, pretty famous writer. This book the rank is under 1,000. It's 900 something currently, and it doesn't sell for a lot of money, but again, I got it for 50 cents. I'm gonna list it for around $8, and I'll still make around anywhere between $2.50 to $3, depending upon how much I listed for. But the other FBA offers, used offers, are barely below the Amazon offer because it's selling so many copies a day, hundreds of copies, maybe more a day. You can list it for 20, 25 cents beneath Amazon, and you're probably going to sell it pretty quickly too. I'm not going to make a lot of money off of it, but the return off of 50 cents, even if Amazon pays me $2.50 and I bought it for 50 cents, that's still about 4 times my money. So I'm going to do that because I'm going to sell the book really fast. Does it take me a lot of time to process the book? No, I list it. I don't need to clean it. I don't need to take off any stickers. I list it, put a sticker on it, put it in the box. It's easy, right? Easy couple dollars off 50 cents. If you had bought something for $20 and you made 4 times your money, So you made $80 profit now. So you were paid $100, but you made $80 profit. Wouldn't you do it? It's just that this is a lower amount of money because I'm buying it for 50 cents and it's not selling for a lot of money, but I'm still getting 4 times my money. So to me, it makes sense. And if I find 5 or 10 of those, I'm going to do it because that's extra money, period. And it's not that much more work. I understand the whole obsession with, oh, but how long does it take you to prep it? Well, as long as there's not a lot of prep, i.e. I don't have to clean the book, there's not a bunch of markings on it from the prices, I don't have to take off an annoying sticker. If the sticker comes off really quickly, not a big deal. But if it's one of those stickers that takes forever, you have to really dig at it, get at it to get it off, and then I have to clean it with the Goo Gone, okay, maybe not, if 10 of those. I'm already there, I'm already scanning, I'm already looking for books. I'm not gonna skip buying those books. I've already talked about this before, but I just wanted to let you know the kind of books that I get. They're not all making 10 times profit and going for $20, $30 a piece. I'm selling some for anywhere between $8 and $10 as long as I bought it for anywhere between 50 cents to $1, and that it'll sell quickly. I'm not gonna buy one that's ranked 2 million. I'm not gonna do that, even if there's no other FBA offers, because I don't want it to sit there that long. I want ones with good ranks, ones that are moving quickly, which a lot of fiction does. So don't skip out on the fiction section. Get better at sourcing within the fiction section and knowing what to look at and what's worth looking up, basically. So another thing about this sourcing trip is when I first got there, this is a small religious themed thrift store, and when I got there was somebody sitting on a chair right next to the records, and they don't have a ton of records. They had 2 crates of records, and he was on his phone looking up the records. So first of all, I never seen him, and second of all, I have never seen someone at this location trying to resell. Now, I don't know for certain if he was reselling. Maybe he's a record collector and he's looking up has his collection on his phone, and he's looking up records to make sure he doesn't have them. Again, that's probably less likely that that's the case, but he only looked at records. He didn't have anything else. He didn't look through the books, he didn't look through the CDs, he didn't look through the VHS tapes. He was looking through the records when I got there, and then when he left, he only had records. So to me, that says either he's a record collector or he only sells vinyl on Amazon or eBay. I don't know, maybe he sells on eBay, but that he's a reseller. So he's either a reseller of vinyl or he's a collector. What do you think? Either way, wasn't much of a threat other than he got the vinyl that maybe I would have got. So that was unfortunate. If I had gotten there maybe 20, 30 minutes before, I could have got at the vinyl. And it was funny because when I was going there, I was thinking, you know what, I'm gonna go to the vinyl first because I'm gonna have to look it up, I have to type it in, see if there's any good ones so that I can get to the books afterwards, because those go a little quicker. Most of them have barcodes, so I can scan, versus the vinyl I have to type it in, I have to put vinyl, I have to put the title, the band, the name of the singer, the group, whatever. So it takes more time. Of course, I don't look through all the vinyl, only the ones that look like they'd be worth money. I get there and he's there, and I was just like, oh man. And then after he left, I looked through what was left, and I didn't find anything good. So he did walk away with some. So either he found ones that he wanted for his own collection, or he's reselling and he found some good ones worth money. It happens. I figured it would happen at some point, that I would see somebody at one of the places that I go to. I rotate. I go to thrift stores on average, honestly, once a month, because there's enough that I can go to 2 a week about, and I just mix it up, and so I'm not going to the same one again and again. That way, when I go back, they usually have a lot of different stuff. So if I were to go every week, I would be looking through the same things. There would be some new books and CDs and whatnot, but there wouldn't be that many. So again, doing it part-time, so I'm not going out 4 or 5 days a week to source, and therefore running out of places to go. So I can space out when I go to thrift stores, which for me works out really well, so that I don't have to look at the same stuff when I go back. Although I did recognize at this thrift store when I was there about a month or so ago that there were some same titles. So they're clearly not selling a lot of the titles that are still there. Overall, it was a great sourcing trip and very profitable, and I got a good amount of items, probably about 20 or so. I also got 2 VHS tapes and 1 CD. Definitely a good sourcing trip, and This Friday, I may or may not be able to source because, as a heads up, we are having our own yard sale on Saturday morning. So we're trying to get rid of a lot of stuff, including baby stuff, baby clothes, and a lot of that kind of things, and some other random stuff we've accumulated, and it always feels great to get rid of it. I'll probably do a video about that when we have it on Saturday. So Friday I might not be able to go out sourcing because we're gonna have to prepare everything and go through the whole house to make sure we have everything that we don't want and we can get rid of and sell, and hopefully make a few $100 and then put it into the kids' piggy bank. Here's one more example of a book, The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein, that has a really low rank, and I'm not gonna make a lot of money off of, but I'm gonna make a good return off of my 50 cents for this, because it's a kid's book, so it was 50 cents. So they are selling, there's a bunch of FBA offers, and there's two that are just below about $7.95, around there, two of those, and then it jumps up to just over $9. Amazon, I can't remember what it's selling for, but the rank, guys, is 166. So this is consistently one of the most frequent selling books on Amazon, especially considering how old it is. This one is selling tons of copies a day, and I'm willing to wait till those first two sell, which won't take that long. Listed for I think it was $9.29 was the next one after those first those two $7.95 or so offers. $9.29, I'll still make great return off of the 50 cents that I spent on it, and it's in very good condition. If I was only finding those kind of books, then that would be an issue. I was only sending in books that were selling for between, let's say, $8 to $10 or $11. Even if they were selling fast, I could still do FBA, but I just wouldn't be making enough profit, enough money. My Amazon disbursements would not be very high, but my return on investment would be great. But clearly I'm finding all kinds of really profitable books, like the ones I just found today, one for $20 plus, the other one going for $40, $50, and I found a few others going for over $10, going for $12 to $15 that sell pretty quick. I believe in a good mixture of short, quick flips, not as much profit, and medium flips with a little more profit, and then longer tail with much more profit. Of course, if you can sell something really quickly and make $30, $40 of profit off of it, that's awesome, and who wouldn't want to have tons of those books? But unless you have a great source, then you're not going to have a ton of those. It's going to be a mixture. When I go out there to thrift stores and to yard sales, that's what I find. I find a mixture. That's why I think it's a good idea to not turn away those books. Just because they're not going to make you as much money, they're still going to make you money. And if you're only spending 50 cents, then the return is great. It's 4 or 5 times your money is what you spent. So enough of that. Just wanted to talk about the kind of books that I source and the mixture of books that I source. This also applies to other things like CDs or like VHS tapes. If it's a quick sell, but the profit is, let's say, anywhere between around $2.50, $3 up to $5, then as long as I'm spending a low amount of money, no more than $1, even better 50 cents, then I'm gonna do it so that I have sales that are consistently happening. And I'm also gonna have quicker sales with higher profit books as well. It's gonna be a good mixture. So I think that's good to diversify your inventory so that you can have a certain percentage selling faster, another percentage that takes a little bit longer. So some it'll sell within a month, some it'll take a month to maybe 3 months, and then anything over 3 months is a lot longer tail. Good sourcing trip, great books, great profit, and as always, remember, keep booking.